Isis, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Check out how clever. Look at this. Check this out. But also, I don't want to take any credit for this. Obviously, I'm not. I'm showing the channel where I get it from, where it comes over. I don't really even look for this stuff half the time. It just sometimes it's in my feed and I find it interesting and I'll look at it. I already know about this pet goat stuff. It's deep. If you never seen the video, then it's going to be a bit of a mystery. But the video's been out. Pet Goat 2 has been out for many years now, and it's been analyzed over and over and over through the years about it, talking about the very act of conspiracy of the undertaking, the shadow government in America, and a lot of other stuff. And some of it is false and some of it is true. You just, again, you got to learn how to sift through it. But you know, many of us, we're lazy in the mind, so we just take other people's word for it, or just take the news for it, or History Channel or something like that, and don't do any real research for ourselves. But usually the stuff that they want you to know is the stuff that they're lying about the most. If you know, space movies, stuff like that, you know, space movies, they want you to believe in space, but there can't be any such thing. But I'm not going to get into that. Reptilian movies, reptile movies, Jurassic Park. Yeah, they want you to believe in that too, but there's no proof in that in its own right, and you have to search that out too. Lots of stuff. I could literally use this word, flabbergasted. I can't believe I'm saying this word, but I live in New York. I was born here, and I've been here all my life practically, and I just discovered the other day when I was sitting in a beautiful cemetery. I know it sounds crazy, but it's quiet in these cemeteries. They're beautiful. These Jewish-owned cemeteries. One of them is by the Jackie Robinson, which, by the way, I found the Jackie Robinson memorial. I couldn't believe it. It's just a little cheap, you wouldn't even notice that it was his burial. And I found that the end of last summer. I was just riding around, and I ended up going into the cemetery that was nice. And I went up to the hill next to the thing, and I was looking at why all these little baseballs and bats lined up against this little grave. And when I go up to it and look at it, it's Jackie Robinson. I'm like, what? And you would think the man would get maybe, you know what, maybe I'm going to go up the hill the other few days and show it. But I was very surprised. You would think he'd have some grand memorial of some kind, and there's nothing. It's just a little granite. I mean, maybe he was just humble and he wanted it that way. I don't think so. I know he was in the Brotherhood, but that's another story. I can't prove that totally, but the signs were there even back then. But anyway, this video, I'm trying not to show it, but man, a lot of this stuff is revealing, and a lot of these guys, and I mean, this is, if you could think of it, this is catch up for a lot of you people. If you thought all those videos about conspiracy this and 9/11 this and 9/11 that and conspiracies this and government this, it's all true, and you're witnessing it right now. And if you can't get a grasp of that, I'm sorry, but this is like a fast forward for you, in case any of you aren't taking it that seriously, who are even if you're watching this, because it is that serious. I keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah, I would tell you, go out. You better go. I'm looking into getting my gun license. You're not just gonna deal with the law. You're gonna deal with people who are against you. I don't know what's coming, but it could come. And we should be prepared, because the more we wear the mask, the more we give up. Well, we don't really have constitutional rights in the way we think we do, but that's another story. But we do have rights. And you know what? I'm not gonna peel that banana. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, let me just shut up and just play, because this guy's got a whole lot of views, and I'm not saying I need them or want them, but it's right up my alley, because my lucky number is 7. Well, not really 7, but it's not lucky. I don't want to say lucky, but that's my guiding number. And it always shows me stuff. So anyway, check this out. Let me just shut up and check this out. Show you how creative people are. Check this out. What is that? What is that? It's a snake. Serpentine.
It's genuine 160 proof old Anglo-Saxon, baby.
Now I want you to pay attention to this right here coming up. Now, I know it's going to sound like I'm a racist, and I'm not. I'm not against white. I'm not against black. Obviously, I am a black man in my own right. No, I'm not. I don't mean I'm that color black. I am of that race. Okay, my family comes from Jamaica. I was born here in New York. My father was Puerto Rican. I didn't know him. He apparently died before I was born, so I was raised on my Jamaican side, more or less. And I did have a foster family that was actually Puerto Rican. That's another story. Anyway, don't need to hear that. Anyway, the point is, I'm an ethnic man, but I don't promote. I don't care what color you are. I don't promote the hurting or bashing of anyone. I like to see any of you take that think you're a racist, and I'd like to see any of you take a white child and put a gun to that child's head and pull the trigger. Guaranteed, almost none of you will. Because it's a child. It's not about color, it's because it's a child. And because it's a child, would you be so uncompassionate? Doubt it. And so I am that person. I'm not doing that, whether it's a child or a fully grown man. It's not about color, but they've made it about color. And understand that the Caucasians there's something about the Caucasian. They don't have melanin. I don't know why. They keep trying to. I mean, I've heard lectures about it, about they're having a small amount of, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I never cut open the body to find out all that out. So I gotta listen to what these people say. So, but it makes sense to some degree because I get very light in the wintertime. But when the sun comes out during the summer, my melanin kicks in and I start getting darker, and it protects me. But unlike the Caucasians, what happens with it, they turn red. They don't get dark. They just turn red. And that's because they don't have melanin. They burn. That's why Blade, if you understand I don't know, how do you say it? I'm sorry, words are not my friend these days, but the definition of describing these words, for instance, the movie Blade, basically. The reason why Blade is the Daywalker is because he's got melanin. The melanin stops him from burning. You understand? But of course, it would seem that that would be the basis of it. But it would seem that the vampires in the movie that are also black that would seem to burn during the daylight. That's not what's happening. That's not what they're showing. They're just showing that the Daywalker is able to withstand the sun, and it's because he's got melanin. He's got that thing that protects him. So what's happening here is that in this movie with Charlton Heston, I think he's a scientist of some kind. I don't know what movie this is. I'm gonna try to find out and look at it, check it out. But he's a movie and he's experimenting on a black man, and in the background is a black woman who's listening to his experiments on the black man. They show it. They show the black guy on the bed, powdered up with some white powder to make him look like something else, I guess. I'm assuming that people don't see the connection of what they're doing here. So in other words, when they're doing tests with the lab rats that they use, you'll notice that they always use white rats, and it's because they don't have melanin. They're missing the melanin when they're all white like that, and the drugs that they use they work a different way when you don't have melanin. For instance, black ethnic people don't get Lyme disease. They don't get it. I was a phlebotomist for 4 years, and I turned away every person I turned away. But again, I'm not saying that because I turned them away. I learned this. Some things you learn, they teach you, and then some things you got to learn by yourself. You learn through other ways, and you find out the truth in a lot of this stuff. But ethnic people don't get Lyme disease because they've got melanin. The melanin, it doesn't allow the whatever the little bug injects into you to destroy your body or whatever. But what's happening here is that Caucasians, because they don't have melanin, get Lyme disease and other things that we don't get. And again, it's not about, I'm not trying to turn the tables and say this is that. That's not what's happening. When you accept what you are and what we are, there's a balance to be kept here. There's a middle ways to be met. And it's not about hating them because they're white or they're hating them because they're black and this and that. Don't get me wrong. I want to date my own sisters, man. I love my sisters. Okay. I just find pure attraction in my sisters. I don't really find white women attractive like that. I'm not saying they're not attractive. They could be fine as hell, but that's not what I'm attracted to. I'm just attracted to a dark-skinned woman. And that's it. That's all I could say. It's instinctive, I think. It's within us to be instinctive like that. And I think that's what the true purpose of the Caucasian race, or those who think that they're superior, they're trying to find out, I don't know, how to live longer, how to manipulate, they're trying everything. They're taking all the money that they're swindling from us through the IRS and NASA and using it to use the blood that we willingly give at blood donations. And by the way, don't give blood. That's my opinion. Don't give plasma. Don't give no part of yourself. They are taking your blood and doing whatever the hell they want to do with it. You don't even know what the half of it. That's one of the reasons why I quit the phlebotomy, that job. I realized that one time we took over, oh my God, it must have been 400 donors of blood. And it hit me that day, like, where is all this blood going? Where? How can we be they're collecting a lot of blood. Where's the blood going? Nobody's asking it. And if they are asking, the questions aren't getting answered. And I don't know who's asking those questions, but this little skit here, I'm sorry I stopped for so long, but again, I don't mean to sound like a racist, but I probably am. And if you want to blast me for it, that's fine. I deserve it, but it's the truth of it all. Like the sun shines in the sky, it's the truth. And I have to say it. That is one of the reasons why even not just the Caucasian, the Jewish people, when they try to give blood, I'm talking about the real Jews, when we went into their community, we always almost knew we're going to be sitting around listening to our music, our iPods, doing nothing, twiddling our thumbs, joking around, because when we go into the Jewish neighborhood, the Jews can't give blood because they have all these blood issues, all kinds of blood issues, from jaundice to, and I'll be honest with you, I literally have a video I've struggled with that shows a rabbi circumcising a baby and sucking the blood off the penis. I've got that video, and I've held on to it for almost a year. And I keep saying I need to just show this so people could see the truth and what's really happening. And that's why I say I don't talk from other people's gossips or what. I talk from my own experience. I worked for the New York Blood Center for 4 years, and it was hell. It was a hell that I can't describe. Blood. And the reasons why people are giving blood sometimes aren't even good. They've convinced the people that giving blood and your blood regenerating because you lost a pint of it, and when it regenerates, that means you get new skin, your skin looks better and your hair looks. That's what most of the women are giving blood for. Not because they want to save a life, but because they want better skin. So they give away a pint of blood. You tell me, if it's that immoral on our side, how immoral on their side it must be. How immoral. Wake up, y'all. I'm telling you. Check this out.
Treatments for diseases that
Tell me I'm lying. See that? That is a black man.
Now I'm the only game in town.
How long do you think it'll take?
See that?
I don't know how much. I'll draw blood as often as I can. We'll just have to keep pumping it into him.
You hear that?
Once you'll be the source of even more antibodies. The more people we inject, the more serum we'll get. And when that's done, baby, we will pull out. No, nothing with drugs. It's got to be the serum.
Yeah.
It's got to be the serum.
The black woman never should have played that role, and the white man shouldn't be playing that role either.
Did you reconstitute the vaccine? You got any idea how many steps it takes to synthesize an antibiotic specific
that?
for this bug? God knows I've tried. Once I caught one of Matthias's people last year. I tried everything in the shelves on him. He damn near Hitler killed me. And then he died very badly himself.
Very badly himself. Very badly himself.
So, it's very tight, Doctor.
Oh, by the way, Dunce, look at what the election or some primary, whatever, some bullshit, their day. Thank you for that word etymology, because I'm remembering a lot. Dunce is the same as done. Your done day, dunce day, falls on the same day as this election or electoral, whatever nonsense again this nonsense is, happens to fall on dunce day. Dunce is done. You're done. You tell me what letter I'm using, O or U. Only if you saw it. If you can't see it, you can't tell what letter I'm using, can you? But the only thing you could rely on is the phonic sound. Done, dunce, the same. They're telling us it's coming. And I hope I'm wrong. Come January 1st, I hope I'm wrong. Fire! Check this dude's video out, man. I'm telling you, this guy puts together some really interesting things, man. I'm not taking any credit for this. Oh, by the way, this Abraham Lincoln thing, Pennywise, oh, that's deep. If you really want to get deep into this, understand what they're pointing out, what this guy's pointing out here. Ooh, it's ugly. And it's real, but I mean, okay. And this is part of the beginning of that pet goat video I was saying. I'd implore you guys, check it out. It's worth checking out because it's been out for many years. It's kind of scary. I've seen it a million times. A million times I've seen this, and they keep showing the same. Right in our faces. Clutches of our hands. Look, 2016. Well, I fell on 2016, I think. I think maybe again it's falling on this day this year too, because I keep hearing and pence, oh man, ooh, penny, pence. Pence I think means one. Well, obviously penny, pence, one, and it's oh man. It's crazy, man. We're seeing it in our time, bro. We're seeing it in our time. It's happening. Yeah. And by the way, David Blaine and his 99 red balloons, that was a ceremonial ritual, by the way. I never knew this. If any of you don't know helium, where helium comes from, you know that helium, when you breathe it in, it makes you have that high-pitched voice. Well, helium, I just learned this just the other day, comes from rotting flesh. That's how they manufacture it. It comes from rotting flesh. I don't know whose rotting flesh specifically. Could be cows, leftover meat. I wouldn't trust the Brotherhood. But yeah, they're showing you. Look at that. Look at the penis up there. Anyway, point is, Dunce Day. I think they're saying it's falling on this day also this year. I've heard it already. I don't know. Look into it. I could be wrong. Sorry if I said the wrong thing, but I think that's what this is pointing out right now. And I thought this might have been a little far-fetched, but it's possible. I see. They used to show this. Oh, it was always at the end of that video of that I Pet Goat video, and it would show this thing. And now they're pointing out that in this word, I thought it said Psalms 21 or something at one point, but they're saying it says Donald. And this was made back in 2014, I think, or 2013, or a little bit farther back, or somewhere around that time. Anyway, take it as you want. They're at work and they don't sleep. They don't sleep. They're not sleeping. They're not sleeping on this at all. So many of you better pray for a sword. Maybe a Mjolnir, the Thor's hammer. I could use that. If any of you got the power, you better start praying for that stuff, because I don't know what's going to get us out of this one. This is going to take something magnificent, I think. Maybe the realization, and maybe everyone will stop paying IRS their taxes. Maybe that. Maybe people will just turn off their news and stop trusting the news and start demanding. Maybe go down to the stations and demand that they start or stop broadcasting. I don't know. That's the real fight. We're fighting against the news and misinformation. Even Donald, the trumpeter, trumped us up. Started saying it and made it a cliche thing to say. Fake news. But we've been saying fake news since 9/11. 9/11. There's been fake news way before that. Desert Storm. Look, CNN got caught red-handed filming stuff in a studio and acting like they were in Desert Storm in Saudi Arabia or wherever it was. Iraq, I'm sorry, not Saudi Arabia. Iraq, Iran, one of the two. Wherever they were holding that nonsense war. You got, I mean, again, I remember one of my ex-girlfriends blasting me because I pay attention to that stuff too much. Now, I don't know. It seems to be paying off because I'm going to die before you put some shit up my ass. And that's an injection of some serum, of some vaccine, or some man trying to put his penis in my ass. It ain't going to happen. I'm going to fight. The rectum was meant for exit. Exit. Anyway, I don't know. I'm babbling right now, but it's cool. Good luck. Inshallah, may God be with us all. Really. May peace be upon us. All of us. White, black, red, purple, yellow, you invisible aliens, everything, man. Just shit. It's just, this is, I mean, it is hell. It is Sheol we're already in. We don't have to make it any worse, but it's going to be, this place is going to exist the way it's supposed to exist. You trust me, if you look at the story of Jesus Christ, technically it was a failed story, but that's not the real story anyway. And I know many of you don't like to hear that. My hero, Isa, Jesus Christ, did not die on no cross. He did not die on no cross, y'all. All right? My hero did not die on no cross. You can't kill a holy man. You can't. Good luck, but Babylon and their movies and their entertainment will convince you that that's how it works. A man of God cannot be touched by us sinners, man. I'm sorry. You think it can be. Look what's happening right now. There's lights in the sky that nobody can explain. Where do you think those are coming from? You think those are spaceships? Those are spirits, bro. Only spirits can go across the sky like that and not make a sound. Because it's nothing physical. It's just energy. It's vibration. And somebody opened a portal and it's coming all out. That's what we're dealing with. I'm seeing shadows every day, whether it's inside or outside. I'm seeing shit that I'm not even going to go there. It doesn't matter. Call me crazy, that's fine. But watch. If y'all ain't seen it yet, you're going to see it. And if you never see it, that's fine too. Maybe we're on different frequencies. But it's happening. And I can't escape this Donald Trump nonsense. But, all right. May peace be upon us all.